Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I was talking to a friend of mine the other evening, similar sort of age to me, and he was saying that when he was a youngster, child, nipper, kid, little short person, whatever you like to call it, what they used to do is go around all the neighbours' houses and collect up the all their newspapers, taking them a couple of miles down the road to a recycling plant, and they got money for this. So that got me thinking, well, yeah, they keep on and on about the environment, recycling, and goodness knows what else. Yes, I know that there's not too big an issue recycling paper, etc, etc. 90% of the time you can normally find some reason for it. But what about these plastics, etc? Alright, I know the previous video I mentioned about being used in roads, etc, but you know, the amount of plastic that's being produced and thrown away is far greater than the amount we're going to be using. So they've got to find something else. But if I remember back when I was a kid, what we used to do, all your lemonades, Coke, dandelion burdock, orangeade, lemonade, etc, etc, all those sort of soft drinks, they all came in large bottles, but they had a deposit on it, deposit on the bottle, 5p or 10p, you know. So you took them back to the shop and what have you, and you got 5p or 10p back on each bottle. Of course they would reuse the bottles, clean them, sterilise them and then reuse them. But not these days. We seem to live in a throwaway society. Something comes in a plastic bottle, you just throw the plastic bottle away instead of recycling it. Well, unless you've got a recycle bin or whatever, it goes in that. What happens after that, God knows. At least with a glass bottle you know what's going to be happening. It's going to be reused for the same purpose. Alright, they may have to use a different top, manufacture a new top, but that's going to be a darn sight better than all this plastic going into landfill and whatever else being chucked away at sea. Now the same applies for the old milk bottles, doesn't it? Remember the old milk bottle milkmen used to come round with the old milk bottles, and then you put the empties out, you know, rinse them out when you're finished, put them back out, and he will collect them and leave another couple of pints or however many you ordered or whatever. The only thing wasted was the foil top. And there again, they used to be cleaned and sterilised. So I think it's not a case of we're not recycling. We were recycling sort of 30-40 years ago. But we don't seem to be doing that. We seem to have moved away from that into plastics and a throwaway society. You go to the supermarket, you buy a couple of pints of milk or whatever in a plastic bottle. When you've finished it, it just gets thrown in the bin. You know, I know it may cost a little bit more getting it from the milkman, but what price do you pay for saving the planet? Because at the moment, regardless of all the precautions and everything else we're taking, the planet is still getting worse. Our environment is getting worse, and we're getting more and more polluted. They say electricity, electric cars is the way to go. Yeah, but in this country, how's that electricity generated? Gas-fired power station, oil-fired power station. So that's not really any better off. If they want to make it a bit more environmentally friendly, why don't they make the roof of solar panels? So it's constantly giving the batteries a trickle charge. They don't have to be anything special, but it all mounts up. Probably too expensive. Everything's done for sort of convenience these days. Yeah, buy a bottle of milk from the supermarket. When you've finished it, chuck it in the bin, chuck it away. Same with a bottle of Coke, lemonade or whatever. All comes in plastic bottles. And what do you do when you're finished with it? Throw it away. Throw it in the bin, whether it's a recycling bin or not. You think, technology has created a lot of these problems we've got now. The convenience, use it and throw away, the throwaway lifestyle or whatever, instead of taking it back so it can be reused for the same purpose. So I expect we're probably more environmentally friendly than 30 years ago than we are now. It's just convenience. You go off, buy 4 pints of milk in one plastic container, and that's it. And what about your meats? They're all pre-packed in plastics, cellophane, etc. Whereas the olden days, you had to go up to the meat counter and ask for X many slices. Well, they call it a delicatessen now, don't they? And they get wrapped up in plastic. Well, in the olden days it used to be things like greaseproof paper and put in a paper bag. Biodegradable, didn't do the environment any harm. Probably cost a bit more than the plastic, but as just said, what's the cost of saving our planet? Anyway, I hope that's given you all food for thought. Maybe some of you could come up with a few other things, not just bottles and what they wrap meat up in. Could be various other things as well. Maybe let me know, put it in the comment below. Anyway, I think that comes to about the end of it, so until next time guys, stay safe and I'll see you next time round. Cheery bye.